Hello Tutors, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're looking at the ZZRR Kawasaki, or it should actually read Kawasaki ZZRR. It's a race bike from Tamiya, and I really like it. I'm struggling a bit with it, not so much in I suppose it is a bit more complex than sticking pieces of tank together, but only because you've got to try and see where the seam lines are going to be showing and things like that. And I've done some priming on them, and I realised that my seam lines still need to be filled. I was feeling so positive as well. Never mind. Yeah, it's been really enjoyable. Or it is being really enjoyable. It's just a case of I do a bit when I've got the time to do a bit. So at the moment we've got the frame painted. We've got I'm looking over there trying to think. I've got basic metallics on the exhausts and the radiator and everything else. Oh, and the engine's done, and everything else is in primer still, because I've got to, looks like I've got to work a bit on some of the seams again. So let's go down and take a look. Right, if I put my glasses on it might help. So let's have a look at the primered stuff first. We've got a bike stand. You watch, because of the background stuff it's not going to focus properly. We can see some seam lines there. I'll do my best with those. I don't know how well I'm going to get those to disappear. That'll be in metallic. This is an interior bracing. I don't even know if it's actually going to be, I've primed it, but I don't even know if it's going to be on show, to be honest with you. But anyway, the wheels are in clear sprue. I've obviously done them grey, and then there'll be, I believe the rubber wheels are actually green, same as a bike, and the spokes in the centre are blue, I believe. So they're done. I'm trying to work. I'll just hold the end of the pipes. These are the pipes. They're titanium silver. I didn't have titanium silver, and I had to be fair, I had to go on the internet and see what titanium silver actually looked like. So I've put some metallic brass in there, pale brass. I think it's come up quite well. It's got to have heat staining on it and stuff yet, and that's with a black base on top of a grey primer. I might have to go into the inside of the pipes with a paintbrush maybe and just blacken them out where the airbrush might not have reached. So, and they're too bad. Seams aren't too bad. Both the same really, but let's have a look at the other one. So with a bit of purpley, blue, yellow, whatever, I'll have to go and check up what type of heat staining the bike's got, but obviously there'll be heat staining up around here. So they're basically base metallic. Radiator, it did say, I've actually painted it in the same as the exhausts. One, because I had paint left over. Two, I just like the look, to be honest with you, I like the look on the exhausts. And I'm thinking, well, by the time this is encased in a fairing, it said silver metal or something. I thought this looked the dog's bees, as they say. So I've left those because they're not going to be seen. And some of the outside bits here have got to be painted with a brush, just some different colours. But yeah, I like that. Again, black background. But I thought the metal on that came up really well. This is the belly pan. You can just about see the seam line there, more towards the edges, to be honest with you, and then down there you can see it. So that's going to have to be filled more and reworked. It's quite fragile, so you have to be a bit careful, but you can see the seam there. I wasn't sure if it's obviously been one, it is one piece. You know, I was trying to con myself that that it might be two pieces that they put together, but why would they? I mean, you've got the bolt heads there, so that's going to be worked on. This has just been primed. It's got no, it might need a bit of a rub in places, but that's the end capping, as I call it. But there's nothing seam line to be done on that. These guys will all need to be painted black inside, flat black, if I remember rightly. This is the front fairing, well, not front fairing, well, the fairing over the front wheel. I don't think that's too bad. Again, very fragile. You've got to be careful. It was problematical for me, obviously, not being used to it, not flattening it out and having a flat front to it. So I've tried to keep the apex there and keep the seam as best I could. It will have a transfer. It will have a decal go over the top of that as well, so that should hide stuff, hopefully. Let's have a look at the tank seam that I originally was so happy with. Look at my greasy hands all over it. You can see a seam line there. I honestly don't know how I'm going to get. The bit around I've got to drop the filler capping just to see if those tiny bits will disappear. If not, I'll just have to do my best on those. But this here, I'm not sure how I'm going to make that any better. That's going to definitely be better, because that, if you can see that there. Yeah, it's a learning curve. As I say, I don't do civvy stuff really, and you know, it's like when I see old Tom do his work. It's brilliant. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not expecting big things off myself. I'm not particularly clever with my models anyway, and you can see where I've tried to put glue in there to fill it, and then couldn't actually get in there and rub them out. But they're not actually going to be seen, so it was a bit of a wasted effort really. But that's Mr. Colour, that one. That's satin black. We've got our larger frame here. Again, satin black, and again, I would have tried to put taking any sink marks out, injector pin marks, I should say. Again, when I looked on the instructions, by the time your engine and everything goes in, you're not going to really see anything anyway. But I also wanted to do it just as a learning curve, just to teach myself to do it better. But I couldn't get. I'm going to have to find some smaller type sanding. I use sanding sheet anyway, plus sponges and stuff. But I couldn't really. Whether I start mounting sanding sheet on cocktail sticks or something, I have no idea. We've got our little Brembo Brakes here, which should be halved, I think, anyway. So we've even got the Brembo embossed stuff there. And then finally the engine's done. The engine was a bit more shiny than this. I put a satin varnish, VMS satin varnish over it, then put some oil work on it, and then I've still got to satin varnish it, but so it's lost a bit of luster really, but takes a sparkle out the metal a bit, probably too much. But I wanted to put some oil around the just to show up the bolt heads and stuff more. Probably not as tidy as it should be really, but again, it's all a learning curve. I've not done stuff like this before, so I just do keep tripping myself up, because I think something's ready to go on to another stage, and I realise that I've got to do something else. Either sort of colour's wrong, or in this case the seam lines are still showing after I thought they looked really good. So yeah, it's just taking for the time I put into it, I've only got a certain amount of time, so it's just moving along slowly, but we're getting there. And as I say, I'm enjoying it. It's it's like this little fairing, over the front wheel. It's not going to be something like old Tom's done, but I know he doesn't do bikes really, but you know, any seam line filling, you know, if you've been doing it for a lot of years, then it's fairly natural. But you know, for those of us that, yeah, I built models as a kid, but and I have been doing them now for, you know, let's face it, you know, 4 years now, 3-4 years, but because I keep shying away from things like this, I don't get any better at it. So it's just a case of gritting your teeth and learning how to do it. But yeah, love my sports bikes, love me road circuits, love the if you're into your TTs, or the Northern Ireland bike racing, like Armoy and that, it's you know, Southern 100 on the Isle of Man. I love all that stuff. I've never seen any live, but you know, I'd watch it on YouTube all the time when or listen to, I listen to bikes zooming past as I'm painting and just occasionally looking up. But yeah, really enjoyable. So yeah, I'm enjoying this project. It's just obviously a huge learning curve, and it's taking time, and especially when you don't know your way around. I like the bikes, but I don't ride myself, so I don't know my way around a bike. So it's like, well, what can't be seen, what can be seen. You know, yeah, it's just taking a bit of time to find my way around it. Really, it's not a tank. So, guys, thanks for stopping by and taking a look. Hope everything's going well with your projects. I've seen some cracking builds out there. Videos coming up. There will be one on the Badger. The Badger's been getting, as I say, because the bit of time I literally do these, I spray them so I'm not disturbing my wife with at night with the compressor and the stink of the lacquer. I do take some time off to spray in the daytime if something needs spraying, but then I have to do the commission painting that I'm supposed to be doing, you know, well into the end of the night type of thing. So everything just takes time with me, unfortunately. So the Badger's going to be shown probably towards the end of the week. I've got some figures to show probably. We may have another one of Jason's figures done sometime at the end of the week, because I'm painting that in stupid o'clock at night. It's because I don't sleep well with my mental health problems. I don't sleep well anyway, so might as well do other stuff. Right, guys, look after yourselves. As I say, thanks so much for all the kind words and support, and all, you know, all the good things you do for my channel. I hope I'm trying to reciprocate with yours, and we'll catch each other on another video. Cheers.